Hi, I'm Art Benjamin, Manager of Diversity and Inclusion at an incredible credit union here in San Diego, California. I have been asked by multiple credit unions if I am willing to help them with the foundational work of getting their programs off the ground. And let me just say how excited I am to hear of so many credit unions that are stepping into this space. I am honored to help however I can. And since I'm getting some of the same questions from all credit unions, I felt like it was important for me to just do a video and answer some of those questions in a video format. I will do more of these videos as there are more topics I believe that are important around this work in developing a program. I will also be interviewing other diversity leaders so that we can hear multiple voices in this space so that we together can strengthen the work and move the work forward in a way that really impacts lives. So, as we talk about diversity and inclusion, I think it's important, first of all, for us to recognize the fact that Forbes magazine as well as Deloitte have both communicated the fact that the majority of diversity programs within corporate America fail. And there are a couple of different speculations as to why that is. One of the things that I believe the true cause of a failed diversity program is a lack of a good foundation. So I wanted to talk about what foundational elements are needed to build a successful and strong diversity program, a successful and strong diversity program. Now, I know that multiple organizations come to diversity and inclusion with multiple different intents and motives. Let me first of all just say that I believe that if the ultimate goal of your diversity program is not culture transformation, if it is not the transformation of your culture, I believe that you shouldn't even do it. If you're not interested in transforming the culture, I mean, really transforming the culture, I don't think you should go down that road. I think it is something honorable to do, but I don't think if you're not in it for transformation, then it's probably best to kind of reconsider. So, when it comes to the foundational elements of building a strong program, there are three things I want to talk about. The first one is vision. When it comes to building a strong program, you must have strategic vision. And I believe that in order to have strategic vision as a diversity leader, you have to be willing to spend time with your CEO, to cultivate that relationship, and to make sure that you and your CEO are strategically aligned with what you are looking for out of the program. Now, this is imperative regardless of where you are within the organization, whether you are the diversity specialist, diversity leader, diversity manager, director, executive, or chief diversity officer, you need to be able to have a open door policy with the CEO. It is imperative for the success of your program that you as the diversity leader directly have a open door with the CEO so that you can cultivate that relationship and that conversation in a way that strategically aligns what you are doing with what your CEO is expecting to happen within the organization. So the first element of a strong foundation is vision. Are you willing to cultivate a strong relationship, a close relationship with your CEO? Are you willing to cultivate the kind of relationship with your CEO that allows you and he or she to work in collaboration with each other with the vision and the direction and the focus that you want to go in for your program? It is important that you do that because if you're going to transform culture, you don't want to start a program and your CEO be uncertain as to where you're going, what is happening. So it is important that you have a direct open door with your CEO for continual conversation around the work. I'm not talking about strategy, I'm talking about vision. Where do we see this going? What do we want to see? What impact do we want it to have? How do we want this to align strategically with our employer brand? What elements of diversity and inclusion do we want to champion as an organization? Because no diversity program can have it all. What do you care about? What are you passionate about? What is your organization passionate about? Is it women in leadership? Is it veterans? Is it LGBTQ? Now, diversity programs should have some elements of all of those, but there are going to be elements that are bigger than others just because of your culture. And so having those conversations in advance can prevent a lot of butting heads and a lot of miscommunications and missteps along the way. So a strong foundation, number one, is vision. Number two is leadership. Now, leadership has two components to it. Number one, I believe that it is important for you as the diversity leader to spend one-on-one time with the senior leadership of the organization. This gives an opportunity for you to sit down with them, to communicate to them what we're doing and why, and also to hear from them any concerns they have, any ideas that they may have that they hope to see as a part of the program. It allows an opportunity for you to invite them into the dialogue, invite them into the conversation, and it gives an opportunity for you to create a table and a bridge for buy-in and support. And that'll be instrumental in your role as a diversity leader as you carry the work forward. And so I would tell you the first component of leadership. The second component of leadership is ensuring that your organization validates your role as being the go-to person for the work and the program. You don't want to get lost in the shuffle of so many other voices that are communicating that your employees actually don't know who they should go to or who is running the program. And so making sure that your CEO, that your executive leadership, that the organization has made it clear who is in charge of the program, who is responsible for the program, and that you are the trusted leader who is moving the work forward. That is important because the second most important relationship, I told you the first most important relationship is going to be your relationship with your CEO. The second most important relationship that you will have will be your relationship with the employees. The employees have to be able to trust you and your leadership. The third element is structure. Now, oftentimes when we think of structure, we think of the structure of the program. And although that is important, I don't think that is the most important for the foundation. When it comes to the foundation of any successful program, the structure has to do with where does this program fall or where does this program stand within the organizational structure? Where are we placing the program and where can the program find its most success? So where we strategically place the diversity and inclusion program within the organization can make or break its success. And so being willing to have that conversation with your CEO about where the role or where the program is positioned becomes hugely important to your success. I hope that helps. Thank you so much for asking me again. I am so excited to see the work that we have going ahead. I'm looking forward to doing more of these videos. I'll be inviting other voices into the space. Thank you so much, credit unions. I'm excited for what you're doing. Keep doing an amazing job. Diversity leaders, I'm proud of you. And let's continue to work together to strengthen the work and to move it forward. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you soon.